Hey, welcome to the Riggin Farm YouTube channel. We're not up at the property today to do anything, so we figured we'd get a lot accomplished at the house. I'm going to show you what all we're doing. Hopefully it's exciting and you learn something. We got this really cool soil blocker. We made this mixture just a few minutes ago, and you basically take this and you jam it in there, get a bunch of soil, pack it in there really tight, clean off the edges. Put it in your tray, push the plunger down, and you have these soil blocks that have little holes ready to go for your seeds. Alright, I just filled up this tray. We got 44 soil blocks in here, so that's 44 seeds that we can plant, and it took me less than 5 minutes to get all these together. This is only the first time we've used it, and I'm sure we'll get a lot faster and more efficient as we continue to. There are a lot of really great benefits to planting directly into these soil blocks. So first of all, they get a little more airflow, which is much better for the roots. They'll develop much stronger root systems, and they're very easy to transplant, and there's no wasted plastic. It's better for the environment, and over time it'll save you money, and it's better for the plants, so it's a win-win-win situation.
So far, we have filled the soil blocks with over 20 varieties of pepper seeds. We have some cayenne, jalapeno, serrano, Thai, habanero, ghost. We also have some shishito peppers and Calabrian chilies. So now I am planting tomato seeds. We've got our peppers ready, and now we're going to do tomatoes. For most of the tomato varieties, we put 2 seeds per soil block, just for the fact that we want every block to have a seedling in it. We'll thin them out later if we get too many. Now that the seeds are in the soil blocks, I'm going to just dust them lightly with vermiculite. That will keep the seeds in place and give them a little bit of something to keep the seeds in. The vermiculite will also help retain the moisture and lessen the chance of algae growth on the top of the soil blocks. Tomatoes and peppers like to stay nice and warm, and they really like heat to germinate. So we're going to turn the heat mat on tonight so all of these guys can get nice and toasty. So hopefully within the next several days we'll have some seedlings sprouting. We've also created these channels here in the front where we didn't put any soil blocks, and this is just to help with watering. It makes it easier because you don't want to overhead water on these or it'll break your blocks up.
Ashley's feeding and watering our plants. It's not blue raspberry Kool-Aid.
Or is it?
That's our secret. It's full of electrolytes.
Gatorade.
Electrolytes are good for the plants. We've been running out of space in our other greenhouse, so we bought 3 of these smaller greenhouses just so we can get more of our little plants outside. We were afraid it was going to blow over in the wind, so just like in our bigger greenhouse, we put a concrete block at the bottom to help weigh it down and prevent it from tipping over. We were really happy with the quality of the beehive we ordered, so we decided to go ahead and order a second one, and it got delivered today. These beehives come uncoated, so we ordered some tung oil to both protect them and give them a really nice looking finish. I came up with our chicken coop design today. This is an aerial view without the roof. We're going to have the chicken's entrance right here. We're going to have 2 large doors that open right there to clean. We've got 4 roosts in there and our egg box. So this design is 8 feet by 8 feet. And then, as you can see from the right side, it's going to be 4 feet in the front and then slope down to 3 feet in the back. That'll help give the roof some drainage so water doesn't collect up there. Well, we'll go ahead and put some kind of rain collection right there so that the chickens will always have fresh, clean water and we won't have to worry about bringing them water. Here's the front. Up top we have several ventilation holes, and we're having an automatic coop door installed. We already ordered that. It's pretty neat how it works. You can either do it on a timer or a light sensor, so when the sun comes up, It pulls this string and it lifts the door up so the chickens can get out. And then when it gets dark, it lowers the door and they're locked up and secure. We're going to have it about 2 feet above the ground. We're going to have some concrete footers and some 4x4 posts that will keep it off the ground. That way it gives them a little bit of space to go and get some shade or run from predators, even though we'll have it predator proof. It'll give them a nice sense of security. This is the left side where we're going to have double doors that open up to give you access to clean inside the coop. We actually have a pretty neat idea that we're going to do that I'll share with you when we get to that part of this blueprint. These doors are going to be framed with just enough overhang to where they fit perfectly inside the frame of the wall, and then the plywood exterior will actually line up with the frame there, so it'll be a nice seamless design. Here's the frame for the right wall. There's a lot of extra support there because we want to make sure that the egg boxes have plenty of support, so when we have lots of chickens in there, there's not a lot of stress and it's nice and stable. Here's the front frame. We have a little extra reinforcement where the door is going to be, and then we're actually going to have the roosts connected right to the frame right there, so it'll be nice and supported on either side and they won't sag and we won't have any chickens fall and get hurt. In the back, same thing, the studs line up so that we can get those roost bars in there. Those will be 2x2s. This is where our coop gets interesting and pretty unique, and I think pretty efficient. This is what the floor is going to look like. We're not going to put a floorboard directly on this floor frame. What we're going to do is we're going to attach 5-foot sliders right here on these beams that are going to act almost like a drawer, and our entire floor is going to be able to slide out for easy access to clean. The angles aren't exact on this, but basically for roof beams, we're going to take some 10-foot length of 2x4 and cut notches in there. They're going to sit perfectly on the back and the front frames so that we can go ahead and lay some plywood on top and then roof it. This isn't going to be a super budget-friendly build, but we're building this to last. Hopefully it'll give us a good 20 years minimum before we have to start making any kind of repairs or replacing it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel because we will be posting video on this build once we get going on it. This is what we got for our new chicken coop. This is the controller for the door, so you can either set the timer or have it on a light sensor to open and close. Basically, it has a little string on it and it pulls up the door when it's time to open up and it lowers it when it's time to close it. So this one's really neat because when you pull on it, you can see has a little locking mechanism. The string will pull this up to disengage the lock and then lift it up and allow the chickens to come out. And then when it lowers it, it sets it down and re-engages the locking mechanism. Without that locking mechanism, it's free to be lifted up easily, so a raccoon or any other animal that wanted to could come over and lift up the door by this little handle right here and get in and eat your chickens. This locking mechanism, on the other hand, prevents that from happening. It also included a frame to install into your chicken coop. I am just not showing it in the video right now. We've gotten so much done today. It's getting dark out and it's time to lock up the chickens, so I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. Please subscribe if you don't already so you can watch for all the really cool things we have coming out. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and comment below if you have anything you'd like to ask us or if you have any feedback. We really enjoy reading your comments. See you next time. Bye.